What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing exactly how I went from $0 in my bank account to owning a 6-figure pressure washing business in under 4 years. If you guys are new here, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me a lot to keep making videos like this for you guys. Alright, let's dive straight into it. When I was 20 years old, it was my summer of sophomore year in college and I had no job. I had no idea how to make money. So what I did is I would go on Facebook Marketplace and type in free bikes around my city. I would constantly be updating this because these would go like hotcakes. So whenever I found a free bike on Facebook, I would drive to it immediately. I would probably speed there to get it. I'll pick it up, throw it in my trunk, and bring it back home. And I honestly collected probably around 50 bikes in my garage, so thankfully my parents let me do that. It did allow me to actually learn a lot new things about bikes and just how to fix stuff in general. I'll go pick these bikes up and they were usually in terrible condition and not riding condition. Most of the time it was just brakes or gears that people didn't know how to fix, so they would just throw them on Facebook Marketplace for free and hopefully someone would pick them up. But that's honestly what I did for that entire summer. I did that for the next summer as well, just a little bit. But the first summer I did that, I made around $8,000 straight cash. It was super fun. And I would usually sell these bikes for around $200 each. Fast forward to my senior year, I was about to graduate and I honestly had no idea what I was going to do after college. I saw a video on YouTube that I actually remember that this kid was making all this kinds of money pressure washing. And I knew where I'm from, it's only nice about 6 or 7 months out of the year, but buildings and houses would get super dirty during the springtime and especially the fall as well. So I had about $10,000 cash to my name, so I decided to just go full in and I bought myself a trailer. I got all the equipment, I put it together, and you guys can actually go back on my channel now, see what that trailer looked like a couple years ago. So that trailer itself and all the equipment, it was around $9,000, so I had a little bit more cash to spend on advertising or getting jobs. I then spent around $700 for yard signs that I threw around my city on intersection corners or neighborhood corners. Super quickly I found out that they get ripped out within a day or two as well. That was a big learning curve, but I did actually have a lot of jobs that came from those yard signs. When I started though, I only did driveways and sidewalks. I didn't want to mess with house washing quite yet because I didn't honestly know how to do it. So I ran a ton of specials when I was early in my career just because I wanted a bunch of jobs. I would also go on neighborly Facebook groups around my city and I would just post a quick ad on there about once a day, letting everybody know what I do in pressure wash driveways and sidewalks. I'll also give them like a 20% discount if they're near me. I remember I made around $12,000 within 2.5 months, and that basically paid for all of my expenses, so I was pretty stoked about that. That trailer I only had for about a year, and I just decided to reinvest everything that I made and also sell that trailer for $10,000. So fast forward about 2 years later, I had enough cash to put down on a down payment for a truck. I also had a good down payment for a company to make me a brand new skid for my truck, and this is professional equipment, 10 times better than my trailer. Now before we continue with this video, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Jobber. If you guys are wanting to start your own business or already have one, having a platform like Jobber is a must-have. You can use Jobber to schedule, quote, and manage all of your clients and so many other things that you will need that Jobber has. This has helped me and so many other business owners save time and focus on what's important is doing quality work. My personal favorite feature is the scheduling. With a few clicks on the mobile app, I can create my schedule weeks out in advance, and Jobber will notify me and my employees whenever there's an upcoming job. I'll put a link down in the description for a 14-day free trial for you guys to try it out, and I promise you'll love it. Alright, now let's get back to the video. So it's been 2 years now that I've had that truck and had that brand new equipment, and it's just taken the game to the next level. I'm now allowed to do a bunch of HOAs and retail centers and commercial work in super short amount of time. I say this all the time in my videos. I'm a firm believer in living below your means for as long as possible, and take those 2 or 3 years and just reinvest all that money back into the business and you'll grow that much faster. What I really think is the best investment that you can possibly make is getting good branding. You'll see so many guys that just pull up in a crappy truck or it's rusted over. In this past couple of years, I've probably spent around $3,000 to get decals on my truck and also get good apparel for my employees and myself to actually look professional. I promise you, you guys will beat out your competitors if your competitor is pulling up in a rusty old truck, doesn't have branding, and doesn't look put together at all. That's my advice. I would focus a little bit more on branding and creating an actual brand rather than just throwing a pressure washer on your truck and going about it. That's kind of where I'm at now. It's a lot of bi-yearly commercial contract work that I do for cities, HOAs, or retail centers. But that's the kind of work that I love to do because it's reoccurring and they need to spend that money every single year. And I would personally stick to more residential jobs when you're just starting off because they're a little easier to land, and if you mess up a commercial property and you actually damage it, it's a lot more expensive on your end. I have plans on getting another truck going this following year, so I'm super excited about that. I've honestly been growing faster than I thought. I can't wait to see what another 4 years will get me. Alright, that's basically it for this video. Hopefully this helped you guys a little bit. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Just know it takes time to start any sort of business, so don't get discouraged whenever you aren't seeing results right away. There was moments in this where I was like, I'm not gonna make any money and I just want to quit and sell everything. All right, and again, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe. It helps me so much to keep making these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.